Hi juice friends, Lakesha here. Today I want to talk about cravings because yesterday I had a truckload of cravings, and I just want to talk about some of the strategies that I've learned from you and from other friends and teachers that I've had about cravings, not just food cravings but cravings of all kinds. Talk a little bit about that. So one thing that I do is I tell myself whatever it is that I want I can have. Of course I'm the master of my life, and if I want to have 5 banana splits, I can certainly do that. I have the money, I have the time, I have a car, and I have car keys, and if that's what I really want, I'm pretty sure that nothing will stand in my way. So first of all, I remind myself of that. I'm actually in the driver's seat of my life, and so of course, if in the end I want to have something, it's my right and my privilege to do that. And so that sometimes helps me. Sometimes I'm having a little bit of battle of the wills when I have a craving. It's really like I'm arguing with myself, and I want the argument to go away. So then before I have it, I really want to check back in with my goals. What is it I'm trying to do here? So what I do is I take a walk through my bathroom and into my closet. In the bathroom, I look in the mirror and I cause myself to turn and stop sideways, and I see my chub, which is still here. And I just check in with that, and it's fine to have a big belly, it's fine to have a big rear end, which I do, but it's not what I want right now for my body. And so I just check in with that so that I'm in touch with my goals, and I bring that up into the forefront, into frontal cortex and logical thinking. And I think, does this support my goals? And if it does, then I do it, and if it doesn't, then I want to ask myself the question, okay, I can choose both of these things. I can choose to lose weight, I can choose to give in to the cravings. Which one do I really want to do right now? And sometimes just slowing down that much will get me back on track with my goals. That's another thing that I find useful. Another thing is, and this I learned from the Willpower book, and I've been using it a lot, and I think so far it's been really helpful to me, and that is to say, of course you can have that. Walk down to Whole Foods, I see a pastry in the case, and I think, oh, I'd love to have that, and I think, of course I can have that, but not right now. I can have it later, and just that's the end of the conversation for me. Of course I can have it, but I can have it later. That's been working amazingly well. When I read that in the book, to be honest, I was a little bit skeptical, so I've been surprised at how well the delay talk is working. Another thing I do when I think that I'm hungry is I ask myself, first of all, am I actually thirsty? And I've been finding a lot, excuse me, that if I don't attend to my hydration, that actually when I think I'm hungry, it's a sense of thirst that's triggering that. And so the first thing I want to do if I'm hungry is drink a ½ liter of water. And then I just tell myself, just wait 5 minutes. And then if I'm hungry, I of course could eat something. Yesterday, for example, I had 5 juices. I still lost 0.8 of a pound. Is that right today? Maybe I might have stayed the same. I can't remember, but I definitely didn't gain anything from having extra juice. And I think that that's important for us to remember. It's not about today, it's about what's happened in the last 30 days. So if I'm hungry, I'll drink more juice. So that's also a tactic on juicing. If I have craving, I just keep cycling through veggie juice, juice with a little garlic, juice with a little bit of fruit, my favorite juice, maybe a smoothie, because maybe I'm actually craving some particular nutrient and I don't yet recognize the feeling of that particular craving in my body. So just cycle through and make yourself some sludge juices with 2 or 3 different ingredients in them. Another thing to do with cravings is to lean on my support group. So I did that last night. I emailed a couple of people. I talked to a couple of close friends about it and just said, wow, I'm just having this crazy craving. Not really asking them what to do, but more just asking to be heard and actually to be felt or seen as somebody who's trying to do something. I provide that support for friends all the time, so it felt great to be able to dip in on the Juice Club and other places and get that support from you, so thanks for that. Other craving strategies, sometimes I see if I'm having a different kind of hunger. So sometimes hunger is triggered by thirst for me. Sometimes I'm having a visual hunger. That is, I'm bored and I want to see something beautiful. Or sometimes I'm having emotional hunger. I haven't been connected up to my own experience or to my own friends or support network enough, and so I have the hunger of the heart. So I check in and try to get a little bit of that, a little care. And I feel totally fine about asking friends, could you do something for me? Will you say something nice to me? Or will you rub my neck a little? I have no problem asking for those kinds of things. So that could be emotional hunger. Sometimes I think all of the senses can have hunger, like smell, for example. So before I started this juice fast, one of the things that I did was I went out and I went to a fantastic perfume store here in Portland. I mean, this place rocks. And I went in and I said to the person in the perfume store, I don't really know anything about perfumes. I of course wear them from time to time, essential oils or something, but I don't know much about it. I'm not very educated. And I went in the middle of the day so she would have some time, and I said, I want to find a perfume that knocks me out. I actually don't care what other people think about it. But if I think I'm hungry for a good smell, then I might do that perfume, have a little bit of that, take a shower, put on some of that perfume, and then that can just be satiated, that hunger for smell. So visual hunger, maybe also tactile hunger. So I might say to a friend, would you rub my back or rub my hands? Can I get a little bit of tactile contact with you? Because, or maybe I do that, pet my dog and give my dog a little massage. So just some way to satisfy the hunger for tactile contact, which I think human beings have on a regular basis. And many people are undernourished in terms of sensory satiation, which I think are different kinds of hunger. Sometimes there's hunger for space. So sometimes, I don't know about you, but my life gets so crammed full with things to do, things to say, places to go, people to see, and the stress just pours into where the space is. So at that point, I like to get a little bit of space. So for that, I use meditation, or sometimes I use a walk, or sometimes I just sit. I have a nice bamboo garden outside, so sometimes I just sit and look out the window and get a little bit of space back into my system. Anyway, those are some of the things that I do for cravings. I'd love to hear in comments what it is that you do when you have cravings. Maybe you know some tricks that I don't know yet. And believe me, I'm looking to fill up my bag of tricks because I'm on day 30 of my juice fast. And that means I've got 70 some days to go. And I definitely want to stay on very close monitoring of my diet until I get down around 150. At which point I'm going to hopefully rely more on things like exercise to help me lose weight. But that means I have a long time to go, a lot of progress to make, and so I'm looking for every possible way to deal with cravings, because yesterday was the first time they've come up on the juice fast, but it's almost guaranteed that they're going to come up again. Keep your comments and your requests for help and your ideas for how I can help myself coming. I really appreciate it all so much, and I wish you a happy day tomorrow. Bye-bye. Oh, we are such hams, aren't we?